right, so we're going to be on Unit 7, Lesson 3, which is right triangles. We're going to be finding our angles. So when you find your angles, you actually use inverse trig ratios. Okay, so let's go down to example number 1. It asks you to find the measure of angle A and angle C. Okay, so first what you're going to do is in your example, it actually doesn't give you any angles. So you need to first find what do our angles equal. So how do you figure that out? When we're trying to find angles, we use what we call the inverse trig. So what does that mean? It's first, let's go to what side and what angle are we trying to find. So let's start with angle A. I need to find what does angle A equal, and we want to use either sine, cosine, or tangent. So go ahead and come on up here, and these are our formulas. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, our cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and our tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to start with angle A. Now what you're going to do is you're going to use your sides to help you find your angle. So if we look at angle A, we know and we have our opposite over our hypotenuse. Now let's go back up to our formula. Opposite over hypotenuse is our sine. So you're going to set it up as sine to the -1 because, again, if you're trying to find an angle, you need to use your inverse. So sine -1, and we're going to use our side. So opposite over the hypotenuse. So sine -1, 3 over 5 is equal to our angle A. So you're going to use your scientific calculator, and you want to use your inverse on your scientific calculator. So negative sine, and we said negative sine over 3 over 5. So negative sine, 3 divided by 5, you end your parenthesis, and you get your angle. Angle A is equal to 36.86, and I just went ahead and rounded that to 37 degrees. So angle A is equal to 37 degrees. Now, remember that all three angles in a triangle are equal to 180 degrees. So we can now find angle C by adding up 37 degrees. So we did the math up here. 37 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 127 degrees. Then you take 180, you subtract 127, and then angle C is going to be equal to 53 degrees. Now the last thing that you need to find is what is your missing side. So the missing side that we have over here is BA. And if you remember, to find three sides in a right triangle, we use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is c squared. Now we know our b squared, we know one of our sides, which is 3, and we know our hypotenuse is 5. And our hypotenuse is always c. So a squared, because we don't know a, that is side AB, that's what we're trying to find. So a squared plus 3 squared is equal to 5 squared. 3 squared is 9, and 5 squared is 25. You subtract 9 from both sides, and you get a squared is equal to 16. You find the square root, and your a is equal to 4. So side AB is equal to 4. Now let's look at example number 2. Example number 2 says find the measure of angle A and angle C. And again, we're trying to find angles. So when you try to find angles, you use your inverse. So let's go back to the work. So we're trying to find angle A and angle C. So let's start with angle A. Now, what sides, we have to allow us to use our sides to find our angles. And we're going to use either sine, cosine, or tangent. Now, angle A, you want to do this? No. So let's start at angle A. What sides do we know in conjunction with angle A? We know our opposite side is 2, and we know the adjacent side is 8. So we know opposite over adjacent. So which formula are we going to use? Opposite over adjacent is our tangent. So angle A is equal to opposite over adjacent. Now remember, when you're trying to find angles, you use the inverse. So tangent -1 is equal to our opposite side, which is 2, and our adjacent side, which is 8. So tangent of -1 is equal to 2 divided by 8. Now you need to go to your scientific calculator, and again, when you're trying to find angles, you use the inverse, which is your negative. So negative tangent 2 divided by 8. And your angle is 14.03. So I just went ahead and rounded that to 14. And then to find your third angle, you just add 14 and 90, and you subtract it from 180. So 90 plus 14 is 104, and you take 180, you subtract 104, and your third angle is 76 degrees. So now go ahead and write down example 3, and you're going to solve for angle B. You're going to solve for angle B. And now go ahead and write down example 4, and you're going to solve for angle G. You're going to solve for angle G. And bring those examples into class.